Don't let her put your life in danger. Don't let her put your life in danger, part one. What's up, everybody? My name is Kier, and you are watching The Important Things That Really Matter. Today, we're going to be talking about don't let her put your life in danger. And this is a very, very serious subject. Very, very extremely serious subject. Now, before we get into it, I want you to please like, please share, please subscribe. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I guarantee you that if you subscribe to my channel and like it and share it with others, if you do that, I guarantee you that my channel will save you thousands upon thousands of dollars and also save you a whole lot of pain and suffering. And we're going to get into it right now. So don't let her put your life in danger. This is a very, very serious subject. You're going to want to share this with as many men as possible. The society in which we live in right now, the social media, a lot of female rappers, and even a lot of older women, all these particular types of media, which information is being exchanged with a lot of people, feminism, female hip hop artists. Many of these people are encouraging women. Many of these people are encouraging women that they shouldn't feel bad about being promiscuous, that they shouldn't feel bad about screwing as many people as they want to. So if they want to get out there and screw half the city, that's okay. You shouldn't feel ashamed of it at all. And I'm telling you right now, don't let her put your life in danger, because where we at right now, all these different people and different medias and whatnot, which I just mentioned, is encouraging many women to get out there and have fun. We know what have fun means. Go out there, screw around with as many people as possible, because we see it happening all along. You're regularly seeing women who's been screwing around with 3-4 different people all at the same time, the same week. And so some very, very important information that you need to know is like down in Houston, Texas. In Houston, Texas, within the last 15 months, it was reported in this particular city, there was 42,000 cases of STDs. What are STDs? These are transmitted diseases. H.I.V, AIDS, herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, super gonorrhea, which is resistant to antibiotics. You also have H.I.V, all these other diseases that's out there also too, that are transmitted by screwing around with somebody. Now, what I'm telling you right now was extremely important for you to know. It's important for you to make sure that you keep yourself protected, but rubbers do not protect you from all those diseases. Anything can happen. Rubbers don't necessarily protect you from herpes, because if it's on the person's skin and your skin coming in contact with her skin, whether you have a rubber on or not, the herpes is going to transfer to you, okay? Skin to skin contact, and you got a rubber on. Or if the rubber breaks, or if some of her fluids gets into the rubber, you can get it too. There's no 100% guarantee that you will not get a transmitted disease even when you got a rubber on. I just mentioned some of them. And now what has happened is there's a new disease out right now, and this new disease is out. It's attacking women's private parts. It's supposed to be some sort of a flesh-eating bacteria or a virus or something along those particular lines that's literally eating the woman's private parts that you can possibly get even with a rubber on. And not only is it eating the I don't know what the name of it is, but not only is it eating the woman's private parts, it eventually ends up getting into the woman's bloodstream, and then eventually over time, it will take the woman out, okay? So, men, you can get in it. Having a rubber on, even though is better than not having a rubber on, will still not protect you 100%. And what I also don't understand is, why are some of these men screwing around with strippers? I just told you that, like, what was that? Houston, Texas. had 42,000 cases of STDs in 1 week. 42,000 cases. That's within the last 12 to 14 months. Okay? Then Philadelphia, supposedly, I think Philadelphia has something like 18,000 cases of HIV, either HIV or STDs in general. But I think it was 18,000 cases of HIV. North Carolina, South Carolina, one of those two states had something like 15,000 cases of STDs. Those of you that don't know, Atlanta, within the last 5 to 7 years, it was noted that Atlanta has such a high rate of HIV in Atlanta, it is comparable to the HIV rate in third world countries. All right? Those of you that go down to the DR, Dominican Republic, the last figures that I had read within the last month, the last 2 months, it was reported something like about approximately 85,000 to 87,000 cases of HIV in the Dominican Republic. It was somewhere around there. It was like 85,000 cases or 87,000 cases of HIV in Dominican Republic. Man, those of you that's going to the Dominican Republic, did you hear what I just said? Somewhere around about 85,000 to 87,000 cases of HIV down there. But you don't even have to go to the Dominican Republic or any other of these places outside the United States. You just live here in the United States. I just mentioned some cities, though. Like I said, Houston, 42,000 cases of STDs in 1 week. And that's one city. One city. I ain't even talking about the whole state. I'm talking about one city. Don't let her put your life in danger. You all shouldn't even be screwing around with a stripper at all. But there's men that screw around with strippers. I had a friend of mine. Had went to, he was somewhere. That the room next to the room that he was in had a HIV/AIDS support group meeting. The room next to his had a HIV/AIDS support group meeting. The man called me on the phone. Man, what's up? I said, what's up, man? How you doing? He said, man, you will not believe what I'm seeing. I'm like, what are you seeing? He said he was next to the HIV/AIDS support group meeting. I said, okay, well, what about it? He said, man, you ought to see the women coming out of here. I said, what about them? He said, these women are beautiful, and built to the max. He said, man, you ought to see these women. So I'm like, okay, what about it? He said, man, these women got full-blown AIDS and HIV. I'm like, oh, man. He said, this is the HIV/AIDS support group meeting. I'm like, dang, man. He said, man, these women are beautiful, and it looks like there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. He said it looks like there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. Built, beautiful. And you got some men that'll be going to some of these strip clubs, and they'll sit up here and screw around with these women. They had one woman who was a stripper, and she was one of the few honest women that were out there. She said, and she looked like she was probably about 35. That woman said that, honestly, she said she don't have no shame. She said she had slept with over 2,000 men and women. I'm like, wow. Look like nothing wrong with the woman. Now the woman looked like she had aged because of all the screwing she, but I'm gonna touch on the subject about that, about aging. But I'm telling you, man, I don't even know why some of you all are screwing around with strippers. You gotta be careful of the ones that's not stripping. Okay? I just told you this woman here had over 2,000 bodies. Body count of over 2,000 men and women that she done slept with. So, you need to be careful. You need to be careful. And I'm gonna talk about a subject that not only is our rubbers not gonna protect you for 100% of the transmitted diseases, but on top of that, you might want to consider being celibate. You might want to consider being celibate. Why? Because you have the social media, the environment today female rappers are encouraging women to go out here and screw as many people as they want to. If they want to get out there and screw half the city, it's like, it should be okay by you. That's the world we live in. You can go on YouTube right now and look at all the different women that's crying and boo-hooing on YouTube right now. Crying and boo-hooing right now on YouTube. Oh, by the way, please like, please share, please subscribe. Please like, please share, please subscribe. If you subscribe and like and share my videos, you will have access to information that can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars and also save you a whole lot of pain and suffering. So subscribe and like and share. Other men need to see this. Other men need to see this. Other men need to see this. All right. Back to what I was saying before. What is extremely important for you to understand is that the environment which we live right now in is encouraging women to be very promiscuous. In other words, go out there and be loose. Screw half the city if you want to. And so rubbers don't protect everything, because it's not going to protect you of them herpes, and the rubbers are not necessarily going to protect you of that flesh-eating virus that some women are getting that's eating up their private parts. You possibly can get that from them. If your skin come in contact with them, even when you got a rub on it could transfer to you. And these are just some of the diseases that we know about. A lot of people don't even know about the super gonorrhea or the antibiotic resistant gonorrhea. Okay, watch out. Don't let her put your life in danger. You can go on YouTube right now. You can go on YouTube right now and look at the different women who now have HIV. Look at all the different women's videos who talk about they got HIV now. They'll sit up here and tell you. If they're honest, they'll sit up and tell you they'll screwing around with 3 or 4 different men and or women and got it from somebody. And now the health department is requiring them to go tell all those people that they mess around with. So don't let her put your life in danger.